Okay, for tonight's homework for final exam video 2, I'm going to add 3 more problems to your total. So you should have a total of 6 plus 3 more, 9 of the 48 final exam problems by the end of this video. So the first problem has you start with finding the X-intercept. For these problems, I am going to have you write them down again 3 times, and they are due by the final. For the X-intercept always has the coordinate y as 0 every single time, no matter where that line touches the x-axis, the X-intercept, y is always 0. So to solve for that unknown variable here, since I already know half of it, all I need to do is take that y as 0, plug in 0 for y, and then solve for that x. So here I go. So there's 3x minus 5, and where that y used to be, I plug in 0. For the x-intercept, y is always 0. So that term goes away, and all I'm left solving is 3x equals 15 when that 0 goes away. Opposite of multiplying by 3 is dividing by 3. That gives me the answer x equals 5. Make sure you do not stop right there. Take that answer and put it into the x coordinate spot to finish up that final answer. So with that 5 put in there, my answer for the x-intercept is the coordinate 5 for x and 0 for y. I'm going to do a quick check. Of course, you will not have to do this on the final exam, but just to show you that that coordinate is a point on that line, that coordinate is a solution to that equation. So I'm plugging in 5 for x and 0 for y to see if I get a true statement, and that does, because that gives me 15 minus 0 equals 15, and 15 equals 15, so that is true. All right, for my next problem, for the y-intercept, think opposite. For the y-intercept, the x-coordinate is always 0. For this problem right here, I fully expect you to know the coordinate right off the bat without having to plug in anything. But for you to do the math, the x-coordinate is always 0 for the y-intercept. So to find the y-coordinate, all you have to do is plug in x is 0. So my equation is y equals -5, and where that x is, I plug in the 0 that I know it is, because for the y-intercept, x is always 0. So right there, -5 times 0 is 0, which means it will go away, and I get y equals -4. And again, don't stop there. Take that answer and replace it into that spot that you are looking for. So that final answer will be the x-coordinate is 0, and the y-coordinate is -4. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to check it. I'm going to take that 0x and -4 for y, and I'm going to plug it into that equation to see if it works. So that 4 will be negative here in a little bit, equal -5 times 0 minus 4. So I fix that little mistake, and that gives me another true statement. -4 equals -4. And the last problem for final exam video number 2. This one, we're going to start getting back into sequence functions. So here we go. So for this one, I'm going to reverse distribute and then combine like terms. Even though that -2 is on the back side of that x minus 1, I'm still going to distribute. I'm going to take that -2 times that x and that -2 times -1. So when I distribute, the 10 is going to stay the same, but when I multiply -2 times x, I get -2x. -2 times -1 gives me +2. And again, here on the side, I'm just going to show you that -2 times x right next to each other. No problem, -2x. -2 times -1 right next to each other, +2. To finish this problem up, all I need to do is combine like terms. So the h of x stays the same. I'm going to write the -2x first, and then 10 plus 2 gives me 12. So that is the simplified answer. And again, if I was to graph that, the y-intercept would be 0, 12. The slope would be negative 2 over 1, so over 1 down 2, over 1 down 2. Or getting back into sequences, that d is negative 2. All right, good luck. So again, write these 3 times. Do by the final. Good luck.